Today I'm going to talk about the HTP rotary hand control. This is different from most of the hand controls that you've ever seen. It does not have a wheel. It's got a little rotary switch here, which is very, very convenient and actually works quite nicely. I'm not a hand control guy. I really like my foot pedal, but there are instances when a hand control is really going to save you. You can get yourself involved in a chassis where it's virtually impossible to really utilize a foot control rather. I've seen guys keep the foot control under their armpit and squeeze it like that. It's really kind of ridiculous to do that when a hand control can really make your life a whole lot easier. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but this control in particular with the north-south orientation I find to be a lot less disconcerting when I'm using it than the conventional east-west wheels. I'll show you one of them in a minute. So let's put this on a torch and let's see how good it is. So here we have a standard water-cooled torch, a number 20 torch. We're going to mount this on the torch body. It comes with little Velcro wraps, which pretty much is standard for any of these hand controls. They all mount pretty much the same way. There are some torches that have them built in, but for the most part you're going to have one that is a separate thing. Now a lot of guys are going to like it. Depends on your orientation, but the straps allow you to orient the control any way that makes you feel good. Some guys are going to like it like this, and some guys will like to operate it with their finger, and even others will like it underneath. And the beauty of it is that you're not locked into any particular orientation. Whatever works for you, you can adjust the handpiece to give you the best bang for your buck in terms of accessibility. I like to put it on a little bit tighter. Some guys will tie wrap these on. Other guys will use duct tape or gaffer's tape. I just like that because this way I can twist it around. If you mount it with a zip tie, you're pretty much locked into what you want to do. So what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll see how we like it. Okay, so we'll just run a bead here and see. It's actually quite easy to use. As I said, I'm not a hand control guy. I don't really use them all that often, but this one I really do like because as you can see, the throw is very, very short. That's off, and that's all the way on. So basically my finger moved an inch tops, and if you contrast that to what you'd find with the conventional wheel control, you'll see that the wheel control, I'm going to take my glove off so that you can see exactly how much motion it has. That's off. That's almost 3 turns to get it to go all the way on. So you can imagine if you're holding this on the thing, you see how it's moving? It's going to move the torch around a lot, and even just by varying your amperage, which is what the control is all about, so that you can basically slope up, slope down by hand, same as you would do with a foot pedal. To have to use this thing is an awful lot of monkey motion. I don't particularly care for them. That's why I never really used them. This I can see myself using because, again, you can see here, all the way on, all the way off. So it really is quite easy to manipulate. If you're not used to a hand control, it takes a little bit, you know, an hour or two, 10 inches of bead, and you'll be doing this like you owned it your whole life. And you can slope it down, you can do what's necessary. And as you see, turning it on and turning it off doesn't really move the orientation of the torch. And that's what I like. Now, I'm not even bracing my arms there, so I wasn't having any problems at all. If I brace myself, it's even better. And we all know we should always brace ourselves when we're welding so that we have the most control, but you know, sometimes that's not possible, especially if you're inside a cage or a chassis or an airframe. You may not be able to get yourself into a position where you can really brace. But this is really nice. Again, you can, as I said, you can run it any way you want. Here I'm going to run it with my forefinger. And I never varied off of my weld pool. So I really like this. It's from HTP Welders, or USA Weld. You can see on the bottom of the screen, you'll see the contact there. Give Jeff Nolan a call and tell him you saw it at Harvey Racing Engines, HRE.com. And they make these for virtually any torch. You tell them what kind of torch you have, or what kind of welder you have, and I'm sure they will have the proper connection. It's a real good buy. I believe they have them in left hand, right hand, and possibly Omni. I don't know. That's something you'd have to check with them. But this is a good deal. I give this one 5 stars. And it took me about a day to get used to really using it. I have other torches which I'll show you later that are also from HTP that have swivel heads. They can get you into some crazy positions, especially if you've ever had to weld with a mirror. You know how annoying that can be. So we're going to present you with some other solutions. HTP Welders, they're the people you want to give a call to. Tell them you saw it at HRE.com. But pick this control up. If you only use it once a year, it'll pay for itself.